So if I'm talking about the Python, so in Python we have some variables, like it's a variable which I have discussed only the little bit in the previous class, like the employee code. The value is 101. So the variable type is basically defined by the value. Now it is the address, now the salary, now the result. Now I want to discuss some next things like the multiple variable. How we can add some multiple variable like the gray age, Roger age, and the Tom age. And now we want to supply the same age, and after that we want to visualize. So how we can visualize if like we want to store the three candidate age, the similar. Let's take an example. So firstly you have to ready like multiple variable. Class, if you have any query, so you can ask me before starting this one. Okay, no query. So multiple variable. So how we can define the multiple variable like the game's age, something like that. So actually you can say that like the James age directly. If you want to like a little bit understood, so you can apply here the underscore age. Now like the, so we have like the variables. So now I want to supply the same age like the 24, the both of them. And now I want to print like the James age is James age. So it is a basically a variable used to hold some value. It is a container, just look like in a mathematical or like a finance sector or any area. So like to talk about any real world problems and the real world data visualization concept and the data projects related work. So firstly we have to aware the syntax of the Python, how we can like perform some kind of the work using with the Python syntax. So that's why I'm just using here. Anita age. So it is just a new things basically, and Anita age. So you can see we can also declare two variables simultaneously, and also we can apply and we can pass the same value. So it is a short method for declaring the variable. And we know very well it is a first topic of the Python variable. Variable basically used to hold some values. And Python is a dynamic programming language, means no need to define the type in advance. It will automatically understand in the dynamic. Vijay, and something, have you ready this particular lab on your laptop or a machine?
Yes, I am.
Very good,
Yes, I have it downloaded.
very good. So when you have downloaded, so like this particular Anaconda navigator, then you can start working with this one Jupyter notebook.
Yes.
Now multiple variable assignment, like if we want to assign the multiple variable, and also we want to have, like assign the different value to the multiple variable simultaneously. So how we can do this? So it is a like a Roger age, Roger income, Roger experience. So we apply, I'm just applying here like the 24 and like the 10,000 and the 7 is the experience. And after that, I want to visualize. So age, income, experience. How we can apply the like browser age and like you can use this one. Not a now you have to declare only the comma. No need to assign the equal sign. And the variable name you can take any as per your choice. And the browser and class you can also like um work all these things parallel with me, and if you face any problem so you can discuss me parallel because you are a new learner, so some challenges can be occur during the technical work. Now experience. So these are the three variable which I have declared here. Now the age like the 25 and the salary like the 40,000 and the experience like the same. So these are the three value which we have declared this one. Now I want to print one by one like the Roser age. Now you can define anything like the Roser age is. It is a syntax basically. You can have you can write here Roser age is Roser age and something like that. It depend on you. The double inverted quotes you can supply any value as per your need. Now Roser age. So now you can print and you can see like the Roser age is 25. So it is a shortened method, and after that you can print here like the Roser and the salary. And before that actually if I am just printing them only, so you can see it print only the value. But sir actually we want to print a message before this particular value. So how we can do this? So we can directly apply this particular concept like the Roser salary is something like that. And after that the main difference between the multiple variable this one and this one, it can be assigned the similar value to all variable, but now we can apply and we can assign the dissimilar value. Now Roser experience is. So it is a thing by which you can learn like how we can apply and how we can declare the multiple variable in Python. And the variable we know very well, it is a container to hold the value. And so it is a shorthand technique by which we can assign the multiple value here. Okay. So now the next thing, like what is basically the data type. Now you can see if I'm talking about in Python. So class, it is a very important topic. Now you can see. So data type is Python. Like I have discussed little bit like the strings, like the letters or alphabets. You can say that numeric value. Numeric can be integer like the numeric, and the decimal or a float can be like the those value contain the decimal portion like the 0.50 or 0.60 something like that. Boolean value. So some more candidates also connected like the Srishe. Okay, good. Okay. So class, if you have any query, any questions regarding this one, so you can ask me. I hope you have ready the Anaconda and the Jupyter notebook already, and you can see here. Actually, I am just talking about like how we can declare. In the previous one, I have discussed little bit regarding the Python, how we can declare the Python, something like that. And if you are using this one, so you can just click on this one and like create your file new. And I have already created, so no need to create again and again. And I am just little bit discuss what is a variable, only the variable topic I have discussed here. Now, now the question is that it is a very important, like the data types. Actually, if I'm just want to store the multiple values, and the value can be integer, value can be string, value can be float. So the value type basically. So what is the exactly type of the value? So now you can check, like the value can be string type, value can be numeric like 0, 1, and can be boolean like the true and false, and none, and the collections. So collection basically we want to store the multiple values, like the it can be list, tuple, dictionary, a set. I will discuss in today class one by one all these things, and all these things I have discussed earlier, the string, numeric, something like that. Now, so if I'm just declaring the value numeric, so it will just give the numeric value, and it is a string values, or you can say that the letter, and it is also the string value, and it is a float value, and it is a boolean value. So how we can check out? I have checked out with the help of the type functions. So type function basically used to check out the data type of the variable. Now, so it is an integer, string, float, and the boolean. So these are the basically type of the variable, and internally processed by the Python. But in advance, no need to define the type of the Python data type or a variable. Now, so these things we have discussed, small things we have discussed, like the string, now numeric, boolean, integer, and the float. Now the time to discuss some advanced things. So creating string variable we know very well. Actually, I'm just want to recall them. What is a string? String variable are variable that hold zero or more characters, such as letters, number, space, commas, and many more. So it is a combination of something like that. And the type variable to check the data type of the variable declare. So it is just a variable, and the type, like the Charles. One more thing, actually I want to recall again, like the actually I want to replace the name, and the name is Charles, and the I want to print them like the name, and you can see the name is printed. The print is a function. With the help of print you can print any value. Now, actually we want to check out the actually the type of this particular, so print and the type, you can see. So it is a type of the string. Okay, class.
Yes, sir.
No problem.
No.
Good. So, so now the next things, creating numeric variable. We have already discussed that a numeric variable is one that may take on any value within a finite or an infinite interval. So, as seen earlier, there are two type of numeric data type, like the integer and the float. If I'm supplying the value here like the 4.5, so it is a float. If I'm supplying here the 5, so it is a numeric. And you can print with the help of the print function. And you can also check out the type of this particular variable, like sales and the purchase. So it depend on you again, like the sales, and I have supply here, and the purchase. I'm just supplying here 5.5. So if I'm just printing here the sales, you can see the value is there. If I'm supplying here the print purchase, and after that I want to check out the particular type of this variable. So print type sales, and now I can print type purchase. So what is the internal working? So it is an integer and it is a float. So these are the difference between the integer and the numeric value. So class, actually, if I'm talking about the data scientist, so all these things basically related to the technically, and some things like the data visualization part is little bit like the some features based, but the Python related work basically based on the technical things. So all the machine learning, all the statistical things, all the analytical part done by all these things in a similar manner. Now, creating boolean variable, we know very well boolean variable are variable that can have only two possible value, like the true and the false. Similar, like is student true, has paid fees false. So is a student like the true and is paid is to fees, so that means no. So you can also check out there is a type of this one, like is student and the fees, something like that. Class, you can also like practical these things parallel with me, and if you're facing some problems and some understanding problems, so you can share your views and you can discuss with me. Are you enjoying the class? Shreya, Shrese, student, actually I want to confirm like you are getting my points or not.
Yes.
Good. Shrese, Srisa, please tell me about yourself, and I'm asking you. Okay. So it is a thing basically, it is a student and feed pays or not. Like the boolean, like is student, like the true. So it is a case sensitive programming language. Case sensitive basically means is that and if I'm just applying some values and declaring some value in a capital and a small, basically it will be consider the difference. And the paid fees. So the variable name you can take anything, whatever you like, and you can print here is student. So you can check out it giving some problem is student, and something like that. So the true, and after that I want to check out the particular thing like the paid fees. So basically it is a small things. So don't worry class, don't be hesitate to discuss with me all these things. If you like discuss me regarding all these things, like you will enjoy the class more and give the attentions. So don't get panic like all these things like going technical, because it is a small things like if someone want to learn like the english and the hindi and some spanish. So so firstly have to learn some vocabulary, some the rule and regulation, then after that capable to speak in english or a hindi or as the relevant. So that is the things actually I'm just discussing here. Like if you want to perform some data related task with python, so the basic thing firstly we have to understand. Got it?
Yeah.
Good. So now the data type conversion. So Python support conversion of one data type to another. Like if we have some value like the integer and I want to convert into the float. So how we can change the type of the particular variable to another data type. So the type conversion is the implicit conversion and the explicit. So implicit means automatically and explicitly like the manually. So let's see one by one the discussion. And the data type conversion, implicit conversion, conversion done by Python interpreter without programmer intervention. So like no need to specify the manual code, this particular conversion. But if I'm talking about the explicit conversion, that is user defined, that forces the expression to be of a specific data type. Like actually we are just forcing them that particular data type should be converted into the another data type. Like implicit conversion is a arithmetic operation like plus, minus, divide, etc. And the explicit conversion, like the those conversion actually I am forcefully convert. So let's see practical. So the implicit conversion, like you can see, I'm just passing two value like the sales 4.5 and the sales purchase 5, and also like the total price is 0. So the total price is a integer data type. I just want to multiply all this value and to store in the total, then to print and to check out. So similar, I want to declare here. So typecast. So you can see data typecasting. So firstly, actually, I'm just declaring here like the quantity, like the 5, and the price, like the 50.5 or like 50.2, 3, something like that. It depends on. And I think I want to apply here the total equal to 0. So the total type is 0. That means it hold the 0 value. Okay, class. So now I want to apply here the total equal quantity multiply price. And after that, I want to print here the total. Clear? Now I want to check out the type of the total is print type total. So now the type is float. Okay, class. So now the type is float. It depend on you. And now the explicit conversion. The explicit conversion that a user defined forces an expression to be specific data type. So like the particular user want to force the data type. Now the price is 250 and the tax is 2.5. So the 2.5 is not the numeric. Why? The reason is that I have supply into the double inverted code. Like I'm just concatenate like the price and the tax. So it is not possible. The reason is that it is a numeric value and it is a string value. So the problem is that. So how we can do this? So firstly, the price and the tax, two things are there, and I want to concatenate here like the price and the float. So firstly, we have to convert into the float, then I will calculate them. Okay, you can see the price and the tax. So it is an implicit conversion, and it is a explicit. And now you can declare the price and the tax. Now the 1000 and the tax is 2.5. But the tax is supply here into the double inverted code. So now if I want to print like the price plus tax, you can say it give the error. The reason is that we cannot concatenate the numeric value and the string value. So how we can do this? So firstly, we have to typecast into the float the particular text, and after that you can see and you can check we can concatenate. So it is a good things like the explicit conversion depend on the user manually. Now class. So the typecasting can be performed into these things like the integer, float, boolean, and the strings. We know very well. So it is like someone want to convert it those unit price into the string. Obviously, the converted into the string, and someone want to like the zero, like the one and the zero. So only one and zero you can convert it into the boolean, like the true, and the boolean is false. So it depend on you, something like that. So one more thing, actually, I want to discuss the string and the variables, something like that, like the price, unit price, like the 5.8, but I want to convert it into the this one. So now the type is the string. The similar is that if I want to like apply some boolean value like the high speed and the living thing,
Okay.
speed comma living things. So like the 0 and 1. So I want to convert it into the bool. So bool is a type of the boolean and has speed. You can see. So the 0 is false, and if I'm just printed into the bool again, but in a living things. So it is a true. So it depend on us like the type of the particular variable, like how we can define the type, and we can also like typecast into the different data type. So it is a possible. Now it is the all over thing and all over topic regarding the data type. Now the thing is that how we can discuss the new things. So it is a new thing. Okay, class. What are functions? A function is a block of reusable code that run when called. So the basically, if we have a lots of codes and we want to manage them, we want to group them, those similar codes. So the similarity of code, we want to group them, so we can reuse them. So there are the several factors are there. So the function name, so sum and the parenthesis is the identification of the function, and the 3.5 it is a parameter, and you can perform some arithmetic calculation here, and you can see it is a 2.5. So like the example in excel we have some functions or formulas like if sum. So similar in a python, so we have a formula like the sum to perform some calculative work. A function has a name, you can call the function by its name obviously. A function can take a input known as input parameter, and function can return data type as a result. Okay, good. Let me tell you one thing. Like if I want to input some value like the num1, so input is a value like enter first number, and now the num2 input enter second number, and now the add num1 plus num2. Now I want to print addition is add. You can see and you can check here. So firstly, I have to input a value. So I have input here 50. Secondly, I have to input here like the 60. Now after that you can see, so it just giving the value. So whenever you input value from the user, so it will be treated as a string, not into the integer. So firstly, I have to forcefully or explicit typecasting like the integer here. Now again the integer. Now you can see. Any query, any problem, class, Ajay, Srisha, and all the things, Prem, something.
No, sir. Everything is straightforward.
Very good. And dear Marky, actually you are not unmute yourself. Can you explain? And Srisha. So now I want to discuss like the what are functions basically. So built-in functions. So there are three type of functions: built-in function, user-defined, and the lambda function in Python. So some of the built-in functions are print to print the output obviously, Input to take input from user, I have already discussed. And the typecasting function like integer, float, string, and the boolean. So these are the functions, some built-in function which is provided by the Python for some basic work. But now user-defined function. So the print function we have already discussed, like the print function print the specified message to the screen. The message can be string or any other objects. The object will be converted into the string before return to the screen. Now it is a print hello world. So it just print the hello world. If you are print the hello Mr. Thomas, so it will print the hello Mr. Thomas. And again it will like print compute accessory like CPU, mouse, keyboard. And now you are printing here the CPU, mouse, keyboard. So it is a simple thing. I will discuss later how we can supply the multiple value the particular variable. But now I'm talking about like what is the use of the print function. Now again the print like the slash n basically give the new break line obviously, and the separator like you can see the hello comma Mr. Thomas. Now you can see like it will be separate all these things. So the sap is an optional parameter. When the output is printed, each word is separated by comma and space character. Okay. So like I want to discuss all these things, two things like the sap and this one. Like if I'm just supplying here the print, so the how we can apply the separation and the slash and something like that. So now invalid use of opening and closing quotes is not allowed. Obviously, like if I'm supplying here the double inverted code and after the single quote, it will give the error. In Python, we can apply some value like the simple quote, single quotes, or the double inverted code, but not the dissimilar. And you can also like do this. Python is fun. You can concatenate plus operator to concatenate two string. Obviously, like Python is fun. Obviously, like those are like getting fun in this coding. Obviously, enjoying my class. All these things are new, and you are just starting your journey with me in this course. Like everyone want to learn the data science course and the programming, and definitely I'll give the 100% from my side to give you the best things and the projects related to the existing skills. And feel freely ask me and discuss with me to make them this class more interactive. It is not should be like one to only the one conversion, like the both of them two-way conversion should be there. So now like obviously like you can print here plus, so you can see. So the concatenation also perform on this. Now, if you are supplying here the same age is plus 25, you cannot concatenate string or number. It is a problem. Then again, we have to typecast the integer into the this one.
25.
This one. Same age is 25. We cannot concatenate directly because the data type should be similar. So that's why I'm typecast into the string. So same age is string. Like you can see the print is if I'm supplying here 25, so it give the error. Class, you can see the problem. So what is the problem? The problem is that we cannot concatenate integer and the string. So firstly, I have to typecast into the string. So it is a explicit conversion. We have already discussed the basic. So now, okay, Callan. Actually, you have joined the class after some after.
Yes, I'm here. I'm like hybrid right now. I'm like at work. I'm trying to clock out, and I'm logging on my computer in about 2 minutes. Sorry about that, Professor.
Yeah, I'm saying you are absent in some last class, so that's why I'm asking you. Okay,
Yep, but I'm back like I never left.
okay. And now I'm just discussing that the basic things. So these are the difference by which you can see. So it is just the operators, like Python operators. So obviously the operator is a very important role in a Python, like similar in math, like plus, minus, subtract, multiply, divide, etc. These are the things. So the arithmetic operation, like the or arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, membership, bitwise operator, and the assignment operator. So these are the operator in Python. With the help of this one, I will perform some practical work one by one. Okay, Shirish. So arithmetic operators, the most common arithmetic operators are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, floor, and the exponentiation. So these are the simple like plus, minus, multiply, divide, modulus, and floor, and the exponent. So what is the actual working of this? I will discuss the practically one by one how we can do this. Now to see the practical work, like firstly we have our income like the 1 lakh, and the incentive is the again the 10,000s. So these are the value like the millions or the billions you can consider, but now the value is little bit. So we want to concatenate. Obviously we can concatenate. So we can concatenate. So addition part basically. If I am just talking about the addition, so operators. So operators. First operator is arithmetic. Arithmetic operator. Now inside the arithmetic operator, like you can place anything like the income, incentive, and total them. Now you can total them like the income we have already discussed, incentive, and now I can print total. So it is a numeric thing by which you can see the operators. Now it is a total. You can also subtract this value. Now arithmetic addition I have discussed like the Mike, Anderson. So these are the first name and the second name. I want to concatenate both of one and also want to print with the space. Now age is 22. So now I can concatenate with the help of plus. Something like Mike and Anderson I want to use here. Like first name Mike and the second name Anderson. And basically I want to print first name comma second name look like this one. And if I want to add some space, some more space, so I can pass here the something like that. And you can separation also directly add. It depend on you whatever you want to add here. So it is the arithmetic work basically by which we can use them. Now subtraction, obviously you can minus the income from the tax and you can print them obviously like the subtraction like similar income like the 90,000 and the tax is like the 1,000. And now the total is income minus tax. Now I can print total. You can see. So class it is a subtraction. Subtraction can be like performed in any variables, but the variable should be relevancy. The variable should be numeric.
So can you go back to that
Screen.
income one, that the incentive plus something the back? Like somewhere when I tried to do it, just give me the syntax error.
In which code? Like in my code something.
No, no, like yeah. Can you just scroll little bit up in 50? Yes, on that 50, number 50. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Just give me the error when I do the same thing like oh
Can you can check out the syntax? Not a problem.
just oh might be because let me try. Okay. Yes, it works, sir. Thank you. Something I just put that comma before inverted.
Okay, okay, not a problem.
Thank you, sir.
Professor, is these the variables for the you're putting in the strings right now, or you showing a template of what you put in that variable? I mean, of what you put in the print, I mean, in the strings before you print.
Yeah, actually it depend on us. The variable value can be numeric, can be strings, can be float or a decimal. If I'm just declaring the value in a without the single quote, so it will be considered as a integer. And
Got you.
if
Copy.
yeah, if I'm just applying and declaring the value in a double inverted code, it will be considered or a react as a string. So the string basically we can perform on the concatenation work, not the arithmetic. But if I'm just want to concatenate the two string, it will be concatenate. Now it is a arithmetic process. But
Yeah, because I do numeric or like or if I'm printing, it's I'd either render it is not that or is that variable. Like you know what I'm saying before I print. I mean that's how I print.
yeah, so the variable, so variable basically is just a container to hold a value. Like similar in a like if you want to take a water, so like a glass is a container. So the container value can be any type. Like the glass can contain the juice, the glass can contain the water, so any liquid. So the similar thing actually I'm just declaring a variable. So the inside the variable and the variable name it depend on us. Like I can define the name, the first name. I can define the name, second name, age, income, tax, as per my requirement. And also as per my requirement, I can pass the value in a numeric, like it is a numeric value. And if I want to supply here 0.25, it become the float or a decimal. So if I'm supplying in a single code or the double inverted code, it become the string. So the string value, there is no arithmetical work will be performed. Got it?
Copy, copy.
Yeah, got it. Now, so now the thing is that if we want to like perform the minus on the Mike and Anderson, it will give the error. The reason is that it will give the error because no arithmetic work cannot perform on the strings. It can be performed on the numeric value only. So that is the reason if I want to perform here like this one, this code again, and I want to minus them. So it will give the error. Why? Because we cannot subtract between the strings. So I can supply here these things. Now it gives the value. So we cannot perform the minus here. Now the multiplication. The unit price 20 and total unit price obviously 150. So I can multiply them. So unit price and the purchase unit price. Unit price like the 50 and purchase. I can take any name. Unit price like the month 100. So now I want to like a total price and unit price. You can take any small name also and multiply purchase. Actually, it is a long name, so you can just type only this one. No need to type so lengthy name here. So purchase price. Now I want to print here the total only. So you can see the value is 100 multiply 50 is a 5000. So it is a simple thing. Now the next. Now the next I want to consider the arithmetic operator multiply. So like if I want to multiply Singapore, so it will print it the 3 times. So it is a magic. You can see it is a magic. If I want to write here like the city name and the Singapore and the value and obviously I want to supply the count basically how, and you can take any name, but actually I just want to take the count, and count is 3, and now I want to print city multiply count. So it will be print Singapore 3 times. So I want to little bit space them after the Singapore. Now you can see. So the multiply, if I want to use a multiply in arithmetic, so it will be perform the arithmetic work like the numeric value, and if I am just want to apply in a text, so it will be repeat them. Now if the both value is a string, so there is no arithmetic operation cannot be performed. Arithmetic operator division. So class, now I want to take a break, 5-minute break, then after I will continue the class until you can perform all these things. Or so how we can divide the cost by the quantity? Now see, now the cost like the 5,000 and the quantity like the 100. So now I want to print the cost divided by the quantity. So you can see, so it is a division cost by the quantity. Now the division, obviously if I am just want to divide the airlines by the value, again it will give the error. We cannot divide the numeric the string value by the value. Now the different thing is a arithmetic operator is a modulus. So what is the use of the modulus? So the total cost 2700 and the quantity is 23 or a dollar. So you can consider like you want to divide this one, so it will give the remainder. So the modulus will give the remainder, like something like that. Like total cost 27 and like the 5 and print. So it will give the remainder 0. Why? The value is, if the value is this, it will give the remainder 1. So like if you want to divide the 11, the similar 11 divided by 2, it will give the remainder again the 1. So the modulus sign basically work with the remainder. So it is a modulus. Modulus show remainder. Now the important thing is a floor division. So like the floor basically exclude the decimal part. Total cost 13,000, quantity 23. The total cost divided the quantity, but it will exclude the decimal portion. So it depend on you. Like you can check here. Like I want to print directly like 4125 point, or you can consider point 5. So it will give the 25. But if I want to apply here the double quotes, so you can check. So there is no decimal values. So it is a floor. Exclude the decimal. And if the value is like something like that, so without explore is this one. And if I want to apply here, so you can see, so there is no decimal value. So you can check out like 1 to 1. So before 1 to 1, so the divide is show 24.2, but the floor exclude the decimal portion of this one. Got it, class?
Yes.
Good. Now, exponential. So exponentiation, what is like? It is just power them. How? In simply like the square side 20 and the area of square and square side exponent 2. That means it will multiply 20 two times. Similar like the exponent. Like we have a value, any value like the 2 exponent 2, it will give the 4. If I want to supply here 3, it will give the 8. 2 multiply 2 multiply 2. That is a thing basically, the exponent. Okay. Now,
Yes.
so we can take any value, we can take any given value, any variable to find out the exponent. Now, runtime variable assignment. So how we can input the value from the runtime, I have already discussed. Like how we can input the price, how we can input the quantity, and how we can multiply them, and how we can print them. Like the price and the quantity and also. But it will give the error. The reason is that no non-integer. So we have to define value and to explicit typecasting. Like the enterprise integer and the quantity also into the integer. Then multiply the quantity and the price. Then it will print in the total cost. Just a minute. Price and the quantity. Like price input is a function by which you can, and you can write any message, enter price and quantity, and you can write any, enter quantity. Now you can print directly or otherwise total price multiply quantity, and you can print total. You can see. So firstly, we have to input the price like the 5, 5 and the 10.
I think you didn't put like integer
Yeah,
in front of input.
it will give the error. The reason is that when we are just input the value from the user, so it will be considered as a string, not the integer. So here we have to explicitly typecasting like this one. So similar in the same in a typecasting. Now I want to apply the 50 and the quantity is 10. Now it will give the result. Okay, so it is just a input value from the user. Now relational operator. Relational operators are used to compare values and take certain decision based on the outcome. Less than equal, greater than equal, greater than equal, and the equal basically used to compare them, and the not equal. So these are the relational operator work with the equal and the number of comparison. Let's see one by one. So the relational like we have a catty age and the canny age. So we want to compare them, catty age and the canny age. So the relational operator and like the canny age, like the 25, catty age, like the 30. So firstly, I want to print like the canny age is less than catty age. So it will give the true. Obviously, the 25 is less than 30. If I want to print again, like greater than, like the canny age is greater than catty, so it will give the false. Now I want to print again, like equal, like the canny age is equal to. So when we want to compare them, so double equal symbol or a sign we have to use here. Now the false, because the age is not similar. So the similar all the type we can apply less than, greater than. It depend on us what kind of things we want to apply here. Like the less than equal and obviously the greater than equal. So it is a thing basically. Now the logical operator. So logical operator in Python allow a program to make a decision based on multiple condition. Each operand is considered a condition that can be evaluated to true or false value, like and or not. So these are the three operator. Like the and return true if both the operand are true, or return true if either of the operand are true. Like if any one condition is true, so the or give the result true. But in the end, all the conditions should be true. Otherwise, it will give the false. and not return true if the operand is false. So it will just opposite. If the condition become true, so it will make the condition false. So let's discuss one by one. Like similar in this manner, like we have a chart like x and y, and like if the particular x is true, then it will give on the true direction, and if the x is become false, though it will like move in the left direction, no direction. The output is false. So when the output is yes, again it will text y is it true, then again it will give the true. So these are the basically a boolean chart. When the condition become true, 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 so it will move the right direction. When the condition become false, though it will forward or move into the left direction. Okay, class. So now, is student true, is college true, and is school true? So basically, is student and in college both are true, obviously true. Is student and in school both are true? No, because student is false. These are the basically condition. We can also use them in this manner, like logical operator, something like that. So the logical operator means like we have a value like a 50, b is 60, and I want to print a is less than b. A is less than b, yeah, true. And a is greater than b, so it will give the false. I can use directly in this manner without symbol. So you can see the a is less than b, true, but the a is greater than b, it's a false. So when both values true, so it will give the true. If otherwise, I'm just using here the or will give the true. Why? It will check either one condition should be true, not the both, and print like not, or you can consider something like that, and or something I have already used, not I have already used, so not become only the one operand, like the not a less than b. So it's saying that a is less than b, yeah, true, but not become the false. That's why it will reverse the condition. You can see false, so it will reverse the condition. So class, any problem related to those employee basically experience is greater than 10 year and should have the skills. So now we want to check the multiple condition. So in that situation, the logical operator is best. So these are the things basically. And when we are aware all these syntax like the variable, functions, conditions, then we are ready to perform some advanced things related to the data.
Oh, speaking of syntax, my syntax was off on the so I gotta contact you personally on the SQL code that I wrote. Syntax was off. But yeah, I just want to give you a heads up. I'm gonna be contacting you about it.
Okay, not a problem. And one more thing, like providing it to this one, like I have a number, like I will forward it into this one, so you can contact with them. Okay.
Okay. And it's a simple code, so it shouldn't take no more than 5 minutes on the phone.
Okay. So this entire code today I will also provide you like all these things. which you have left today, and the class is also the recorded, and good. Very good. So those candidates are like a basic knowledge regarding the Python, like a very useful some advanced classes based on the Python. Because when we start the some advanced things, so the basic things should be clear. So now it is a thing basically not. Now the membership operator. The membership operator check whether a value is a member of a sequence. The sequence may be list, string, tuple, or dictionary. I will discuss later what is this one. So in and the not in. The in operator is used to check if the value exists in any sequence object or not. Not in not in basically in an opposite way to an in operator. A not in evaluate to true if the value is not found in the specified sequence. So just a minute, like membership operator in and not in, like the membership. So membership operator. So firstly, I want to create a list, and I will discuss about the list, set, tuple, dictionary after the operators. Like firstly, I want to create like the value or the data. So it is a list like the 100, 200, 3, 4, and the 5. So now I want to check like 300 in data. So it will check like the 300 in data or not. If I'm saying that like the 350 false, so it becomes the false. The reason is that this value is not find in the particular list. If I'm saying some values, so it will give the result true. If I'm saying like this manner not in, like the 3 5 something, so 3500 value not in data, I'm saying that, so it are true. The reason is that because this value is not exist into the list. So actually it is a working of the membership operator. Those value will be find, it will give the result like values find successfully. Those values not find successfully, so it will give the result false. So not in is a reverse in a opposite to the in basically. Now, so the membership I have already discussed like the wow in vowels something a e i o u. So it will find yeah true. Obviously, like the vowels like the a e i o u. Now I want to check out like the E in vowels. It will give the true. The reason is that the particular character is found or a letter is found in the particular word. If I'm saying like the Z, so it will give the false. I'm saying the E. And if I'm saying that like the same in Z, not in vowels. So again, it will give the result true. So these are the thing basically in, not in, to check out this particular value exist into the vowels or not. Not in, I have discussed earlier. Now the sum bitwise operator, but it is a technically or a depend on the bits. So Python bitwise operator take one or two operand and operates on it them bit by bit instead of whole. So it is a AND bitwise, the binary. So basically it work on a binary like 0101 and the OR. So the OR and the AND. So it is a AND and it is a OR. So how we can do this? Now you can see the truth table like the true, true, true. In a AND basically both bits should be true. So true, 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 false, false. So when the one condition become false, so it will give the false. So when all the conditions are true, so it will give the result in a true manner. And the bitwise obviously, and the bitwise like the true and the true, like the true because it is a or means either one condition true or the both. It depend on us. Now are the some example, some bitwise operator like the number modulus 2 equal to 0 and like the number modulus 3 equal to 0. So when the result, the condition become 0, obviously true means 0 or false, the become like the 3 0 or 4, the result is false. When the result like the either this one. So how we can do this? Like the number, like the bitwise operator, bitwise operator. So now the class bitwise operator, like you can take any value. I'm just taking number. Number like the number value is 10. Number divided by 2 equal. It will check the remainder. If the 10 divided by 2 successfully, there is no remainder. So the condition become true, and true means like the either 0 or the 1. And number divided by 2 or a 3 equal 0. So the condition is false. Why? The reason is that the first is true and the second is false. Like someone want to check firstly, so what is the internally working of this one? So class, you can see here it is a true. True means 1, but it is a false. So the 0, you can see first condition is 1 and the second is 0. So it is a 0. It is a true and it is a false. True is 1 and class it is a 0. Any question, class, regarding to this bitwise operator? So it will work on a bits, not on the value. Like to compare the bits, like firstly, this condition is true and this condition is false. So the result is basically false. Okay. So now the condition become false. The reason is that if I want to apply, so it is a and basically, and it is a or by which I can supply here. It is a true. The reason is that either one condition is true, it will give the result in a true manner.
I had a question actually.
Yeah,
What is the percentage sign determined there?
yeah. Actually, in Python, there is no percentage sign. It is just called as the remainder modulus. In normal
Okay.
way, we can say that a percentage, but in a programming, it is a remainder. So when we divide the particular number, it will give the remainder sign, or you can say that as a modulus.
Okay, fine.
Good. So like those value we want to write into the percentage, like the 0.50, something like that. We cannot write directly in Excel like that 5%. It is not like that.
Yeah.
So now it is the example of the bitwise operator. So the bitwise operator work on a bits, not on the directly value. Runtime variable assignment. So obviously I have already learned the runtime, how we can input the value on the runtime with the help of input value. We can input value and we can print them. Some assignment operator. So it is a shorthand basically. A plus equal B equal to A equal to A plus B. A multiply equal to B equal to A equal to A multiply B. So it is the combination of the arithmetic operator with the help of assignment operators. So assignment operators. So let's see one by one. Operator. So one more thing, like A equal to 5 and A equal A plus equal to 6. So it is a shorthand. If I want to print here the A, now the value is 11 obviously. So we can perform all the plus, minus, multiply, divide, floor, exponent. So these are the shorthand. On another side, we can write here like the A equal A plus 50, and obviously we can write here A, the 11 plus this. So it is a long method, and it is a shorthand to write the particular expression in a Python. So these are the all about regarding the operators by which we can use in Python. Now I want to discuss the Python flow control. Any program has a flow, and the flow is the order in which the program's code executed or executes. The control flow of a Python program is controlled by conditional statement, loop, function call. So now how we can check out the condition? Let's see one by one. So the if statement is used in Python for decision making. Obviously, like someone we want to check out and some decision. So yeah, or perform to some decision. It written by using the if keyword. So if is a keyword in Python. The if keyword is followed by conditions, later followed by the indented block of code, which will be executed only if the condition is true. So it is a syntax. So if condition and then execute the statement. Now if statement. Now we have a example like the num equal to 8 and if num greater than 0. So if the particular number is greater than 0, so the result is greater than 0. Otherwise it will like the this is always printed. So it is a code and it is an indentation of the particular code. Now I want to print like the if conditional statement. Conditional. So how we can implement some condition like the condition based on num. So num is 8. Now I want to check out num is greater than 0. If the condition greater than 0, obviously, so we can print. So it is a indentations. Remember one thing, class, when you apply the shift plus colon, so just type the enter, and to remember them, you have to write the code from this alignment. So it is an indentation in the Python. So there is no curly braces, just look like in a C, C++ or Java. So that's why I'm saying that the Python syntax is easy as compared to some other programming language. So print getter. If this particular code, actually I'm just moving out from the indentation of the Python, like always executes. So when the condition become true, so it will print this one and always it will print after the code. But when the condition become false, like the -8, so -8 is not greater than 0. So now the no if condition code will be executed. Now the condition become false. So no if statement will be executed. When the condition become false, I want to execute the else part. So it is a optional part of the if. Now you can say number is less than. So you can see the number is less than if the condition is true. So it will print this message. If the condition is false, then if condition print this message. It depend on us what exactly value we want to print. The code is always executed. So it depend on us how we can like perform all these things. So it is a if statement conditions and to check out the those values are greater than or not. We can apply any condition. It depend on us. Actually, it is a case to test the condition. If the condition is true, so it will execute it this one. If the condition is false, so it will execute it this one. Now, so if else statement, the if else statement evaluate a test expression and will execute the intended if block of code if the condition is true. Obviously, if indented else block of the condition in the if statement is false. If the condition is true, so the particular body will be executed. If the condition is false, the particular body will be executed. We can mention, we can perform any kind of the conditional work with Python just look like in Excel. In Excel, we have if formula. With the help of if formula, we can perform some logical work. So similar in Python, we are doing this job with the help of coding. Now, the if else statement. So it is, I think, else body I have already discussed in my class. So we can apply multiple if else condition, obviously. So now if we want to apply the multiple elif conditions, the elif statement is used to control multiple condition only if the given if condition is false. So if the particular condition is false, it will check the second. If the second condition is false, it will check third and third. It depends on us how many condition the particular program will be executed one by one. Let's see. Now the age. Firstly, I have to enter the age. If the age is like the age is greater than 0 and the less than age. Remember one thing, 0 greater than age 0 and less than 3. So no fears of the age group 0 to this. So no fears. If the age is greater than 0, 3 and less than 10, the bus fare is 20, and the else if the 10 and the 20, 20 and the else like the 30.
Sir,
Yeah.
so this else if function is like a combination of if and else function?
Yeah. It is a multiple condition when we want to perform them. But only the when the one condition become true, so no other condition will be executed. Like if the particular condition true, so no one condition will be executed. If this condition become false, it will check this one. If this condition become true, no one other condition will be executed. So it will check entire. It is a bunch of the condition.
Oh, so like whatever the condition it get matched, then it's done. And everything will be false.
Yeah. No one will be like check. Like if so it is just a flow of this one. First condition will be true, so no one condition will be checked. So the last of the condition, like if you want to check out some problem related to in a particular book, you are checking and you are just flipping the pages and you find the particular topic in a first page, so no need to search the entire book basically. So the similar thing I want to check out like the age, like the multiple condition. Multiple condition we can perform here by this one, like the age. I can input the age, integer, input, and say enter your age. And if like the you can pass in a parenthesis or like it depend on you. Like 0 greater than age, greater than 0, less than 3. So like I'm just printing them like so there is no frame, no fear of the no fear for age group 0 to 3. So it is just basically a syntax. You can run directly. Like if I'm just typing here 5, so there is no output. Why? Because there is no condition there. If I'm just typing here 2, so it will there. So greater than 0 and the less than 3. So why? Actually, but the thing is that again I want to execute like the 1. So there is no output. Like the age greater than 0, obviously age greater than 0 and the age less than 3 and age is less than 3, the between of that. So similarly this one. So the multiple condition I want to input them and how we can print them, like if the particular things are going on. Like I want to print here that there is no output there. Firstly, I want to just elaborate all these things. So age greater than 0 and less than 3. So it is a if block. You can define as per your requirement. And 2. So when the else condition I want to represent here like this one, bus fare is 30. So it depend on us. Like if I'm just passing 2, so it will give the 30. The reason is that why it not like performing this one, directly performing this one, because the condition is not true. So the age, like if I want to directly check the age less than 3, like the 2, so there is no fare. And so how we can perform like the greater than 0 and the less than this one? So we have to take the help of, like we cannot perform in this one like 0. So we are not running this condition. Why? The problem in a syntax. So what the problem in a syntax? So like the age should be greater than 0. It is the first condition. And age, you can type directly. It depend on you. No need to type the parenthesis in a Python. And age is less than 3. So you can check when the age is true. So now the condition is perfect. And the second one condition, like L, if it is a second condition, the age is greater than 3 and age less than 10. You can mention any condition. Sorry, Alif, no need to supply this one, age, and you can supply this one. Now the bus fare, is like the 10 rupees. So it depend on us like the 10, and you can write inside this one. So we can apply like the 5 year, the bus fare is 10 rupees. So it is all about the today class. So class, you need a coding this entire working, or otherwise you are just recording them.
I think recording is good enough.
Okay.
So I was trying to find a recording the other day when I had to miss the other day for personal reasons, and I couldn't access it. Is there any body I can talk to about that?
Okay. I don't worry. Actually, I want to provide you this particular code into the chat box. Just a minute. Okay.
Okay. So, because there's supposed to also be like practice material.